This is part 6 of me renovating my room without my parents knowing. So my cousin came over to help me because she saw that this was hard work. And they say teamwork makes the dream work. And I'm starting to get to the point where I feel like my parents are going to walk in my room. So to paint the right hand side of my room, we had to move my bed out the way, because I don't think that globs of paint would look that nice on my bed frame. So after we moved everything around, we realized that I never taped the other side of the room. So Janiyah said that she'll do the taping. And I was going to straighten up because it's really starting to get very messy in here. But I realized, and don't tell anyone, but I am afraid of the dark. So I procrastinated on taking my LED lights down because I didn't want to sleep in the dark. But now that they're gone, that means that we're going to have to work 2 times faster. So here goes Janiyah. She is the fastest room taper that I know. She gets down. She don't play. I decided to start prepping the floors for the paint. But while I was doing that, I realized that I left LED light residue on the wall. Now, if you guys have been around here, you guys will know that I sanded these walls about 30 times. I am not patching over anything. I'm just gonna paint over it like it's never there. But I did the dumbest thing, and basically I poured paint into a broken pan, which led to paint getting all over the floor. Nonetheless, that does not stop any show around here. We had to get to work, and we had to finish this before the tornado hit Illinois. But sooner or later, I'm gonna have to put some bleach and make that hit my floor, because this is actually getting ridiculous. Anyway, see you guys in part 7. This is part 7 of me renovating my room without my parents knowing. So as we know, I ended up destroying my floors. I got paint all over the floors and I have no idea of how to get it up. But we're just gonna act like that's not there and we're gonna keep painting. So Janiyah, aka the fastest taper that I know, taped all the borders while I painted. We figured that would be the fastest way to get this done. And I just was not being careful enough, because it seemed like every time I brought the paintbrush up, it was dropping paint. Nonetheless, we trying to get these walls knocked out and finish this quick. How would it make you feel if I left that little square there? I'm not evil, so I guess I'll just, I'll paint it. So now we're almost done with all of the walls. This is our last wall, but I just had to imitate Janiyah in her Edna wall, because I found it so funny the way that she was crouched down painting these walls, and it reminded me of Edna from The Incredibles. Guys, I still have to sand this wall down. Here I'm realizing how dangerous all of that dust is. My art class, they said that dust can create cancer, and it never leaves your system. But we'll worry about that when I get a little older. So we're trying to hurry up and finish this wall. Also, I just want to remind you guys, I'm trying to get to 100,000 followers, and we are very close. So thank you guys for 70,000 followers. At this time, Janiyah had to leave because we didn't want her car to be outside, uncover the fact that I'm renovating my room without my parents knowing. So bye, Janiyah. Thank you for your help. And after she left, I didn't know what to do, because we still had to do multiple coats on everything. So make sure y'all come back for part 8. This is part 8 of me renovating my room without my parents knowing. And the last part, Janiyah left because we couldn't uncover the fact that I was renovating my room. And after she left, I actually did not want to do this anymore, because it was so much work. I'm not a professional painter, so I had to do like 3 coats on everything, and my arms were tired. And no one told me that painting over white with white will drive you crazy. I had to hit a little dance break for the good luck. Not too much though, because we had to get right back to work. By the way, thank you guys for 100K followers. I am actually surprised. Now we're off to 200K. And guys, I felt like I was painting all day and all night. But as you can see, there was a clear difference of what needed a second coat or a third. And nobody told me that you had to wrap up your paintbrushes so they wouldn't turn into bricks. The amount of paintbrushes that I have wasted is absolutely ridiculous, so we're gonna have to stop at Lowe's again. Also because I ran out of paint. And guys, I need a color for my borders, because I'm thinking about repainting my borders too. And Lowe's, you owe me a refund on my last paint that I returned. I decided, so I can do the process faster, I just paint the borders with the same color. But as I was leaving, on my way to get breakfast, I came across these sets and they looked very nice. So you guys give me recommendations, and see you in part 9.